Hey everyone, quick video update. As you may have been able to tell from my last video, I did get some different lenses. I sold a lens, either way, eBay, way to go. Now you can get burned, but worked out for me. So either way, what did I get? Well, I'm shooting with a Tamron 17-50. It's the constant aperture 2.8, so that's awesome. The 50 prime might have been that I have. By the way, I got rid of the 50 1.4 because I had a feeling I needed, at least the Tamron a little more than 250 primes, and yeah, it was better build quality, but the 1.8 worked out for me. So anyway, but I'm not using the 50 prime, even though it's probably a little sharper, at 50 millimeter, which I'm shooting this at. But for the sake of using the lens, the Tamron's going to be my walk-around lens, for photography or even filming. It's kind of why I got it. But either way, that's where we are. The other lens I got now, this is not impressive in any way. I think this is the kit lens with the 7D, which is the step up from the 60D, which is my camera. But either way, having gotten rid of my 55 to 250, I think that's what it was. While I don't do a lot of telephoto, it would be nice to get a little bit more zoom than the 50 millimeter range. So anyway, I got the Canon, what is this, 28 to 135. Now on a APS-C or crop sensor, this one's going to come out 1.6, probably like a 37, 38 to 150 or something like that. The real reason I got this is because it was from the same seller as the Tamron. It was essentially a deal, combined shipping. I liked that it had IS, it has the autofocus motor, and this is the only lens that I have like Canon wise anymore that's like USM, ultrasonic motor. So nice quick focus. Now the aperture, I think the max aperture on this is like 3.5. This is a terrible video, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's 3.5 to 5.8, something like that. So not phenomenal. Like I said, the Tamron is a constant 2.8. But I was actually really surprised at the build quality. It's kind of got a heft to it, more so than the 55 to 250 that I had. So I don't know what's up with that, although that was kind of a cheap zoom lens. But I like the fact that the glass kind of goes almost all the way to the edge. Now, not as much as the Tamron, but you're going to be sucking in a lot of light, even at 3.5. Now, I didn't get a filter for this yet. I don't really think I need a filter for, say, actually filtering the light, reducing flare. I haven't really had a problem with that. I know I will have a problem at some point. I'll run into that, but I haven't needed it yet. Sorry, went off frame. But I would like to get a filter to protect the lens. I got one for the Tamron. It's a BMW. I think it's a 67 millimeter thread. And it's gorgeous. There's no degradation. I've compared images. Just solid glass. It was the cheaper version, so it's not multi-coated, so it doesn't really reduce flare at all. But that's what's on this lens now. When I go over the overview of this lens, that's when you'll see that. And then of course I have the nifty 50. I didn't make a video before because, like I said, the 55 to 250 was not my bag. Yeah, this is made out of plastic. I'm not too crazy about that, but considering this retails for like $100, and if I wanted to sell it, I would already get 70, and considering the 1.4 version of this lens, which I'm never going to need that much light, really just got it for the build quality, you know, retails for 4, sells for 3, so it was a no-brainer. I had to get rid of it. This works perfectly well. If you're in the market for a nice starter lens or starter prime, go with this. Every video I have, pretty much, with the Canon or even the T2i was shot with the 50 prime. So that's my recommendation. Plus, even on APS-C, you know, this would come out to like 60 something, 70 something. But either way, you know, 50 is a nice place. 50, 35, 20, 24, something like that. But that's it. That's really all I got. I will do a video for the Tamron. And that's the one I really wanted. My buddy's gonna think I'm like copying him, but you know, because he got a 7D, and then I was like, oh man, that's great, and I got a T2i, and then T2i wasn't quite there, so I got the 60D for the screen. And then I was like, hey man, what lenses do you use? And he had the Tamron, so I totally stole that from him. But so far, and you know, I don't know, I've only had it for a couple of days, I really like it. Not as sharp as a prime, obviously, but you know, I like the flexibility. I like the fact that I can go wide angle if I want to. This is going to be terrible, and you're going to kind of hate me for it because it's not going to look right, but yeah, I can go full out wide angle. There's probably barrel distortion on the edges here. This is at 17. You know, even on a crop, you're going to have a little bit of distortion on the corners and the edges. So I normally go 24. I think that's what I shot the Fro video with, and I'm probably out of focus because I haven't refocused. But either way, you know, I love it. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. If you have any questions, concerns, and what have you, leave a comment below. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you really like the video, favorite it. And if you like the kind of stuff that I'm doing or continuing to do or have made vague promises about and will probably never get to, subscribe. That definitely helps out. But I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. And if you need anything, like I said, I'll always try to respond. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys next time.